essence of it is to help people challenge themselves and put them back in school for the greatest adventure on the planet, and that's to meet this magnificent, dynamic dynamo that's inside that's been whispering to them for years. Did you know it's actually a scientific fact that there are more messages sent from the heart to the brain than the brain to the body? But we don't listen to our hearts. So that's what we try to help people understand is and get in touch with that voice inside that's infallible and has a unique gift or gifts that only they can deliver, that their cultures or subcultures, either that they've already penetrated or will penetrate, has a need for. They'll be seen as heroes, and as a result of that, they'll be rewarded. It's really that simple. Does that make sense?
Well, I think to this would get a deep dive on the quality and the intellect and the massive amounts. I mean, you've just mastered this conversation, Mark, and beautiful stuff, really powerful, dead on. I'm curious, as I imagine people are listening, tell us exactly how the program works. Somewhere I read that there are over 500 podcasts or bloggers that have talked about their results in this program, something like 11,000 posts or something. Tell us about how exactly, like, how does the program work? And, okay, it's 6 months, it's every day. And what kind of success does it produce for people?
Well, this is another thing that we're really pleased. I'm really pleased that you asked that. You know, one of we have a real beef with the self-help industry, but it's a good beef because the world is perfect as it is. And folks, you can listen to all the Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins, and God bless them all, talking about attitude. But there's one thing that'll determine your attitude, and it'll be effortless for you, and that is you either see the world one of two ways. Make the right decision. The world is perfect, yet incomplete, or it's decaying. And you can't think that there's stuff wrong all over the world and you're fighting against all that. So that's one of the things that people experience. And one of the things that the self-help industry does about $11 billion a year in the United States. Yet what we see from all these alleged gurus and life-changing courses, which are all blah, 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 you know, Louise's 4 factors and the 4 questions and Harry's 7 steps, all that kind of stuff, you know. God bless them. They're trying to do their best. We love them, okay? But the model is faulty because it's based on something that can't possibly work, and that is more external information. It's about getting rid of it. So one of the things that we do is is rather than provide 1 or 2 anecdotal successes like you'll find with most of the stuff, you can see 1 or 2 quotes on a book out of gosh knows how many people took it. We actually survey people every week, and I want to talk a little bit about happiness. There's been some magnificent work done by Sean Aker on happiness, and when people are happy, Richard, they are 37% more effective in sales in 2/3 the time. Their relationships are better. Their health is better because when we're happy, something really interesting happens. Endorphins get released, which we all know makes us feel good, but what people do not know about endorphins, or most people don't know, and I discovered for myself through this research, is that the learning centers fly open and people learn almost 70% faster. It is a total lie that your IQ is set for life. So one of the things that we do is we have exercises that people do with their mind, and we do influence them to engage in the exercises, things to do with their mind, but don't influence them about what to think. And in taking surveys, we have 93% of the people that have taken the course are happier, period. They're more effective on their job. They feel better about themselves. Their health is improving. They're losing weight. They're quitting smoking, and they're doing all of it key word here, effortlessly. Effortlessly. So instead of a couple of anecdotal stories, you can go read as many as you want. One of the requirements to maintain your scholarship is to blog each week. And at Master Key Experience, you can go read about the guides or their stories, or you can read about, there's about 250 up there now. There'll be another 400 last year's classes all going up over the next 2 weeks. We're redoing the site. But what I strongly suggest people do is pick one or two of them out, and instead of watching the boob tube or surfing the internet or, texting their brains out, give yourself a gift and find one or two of these people on the site and read their story from week 1 through week 26 where they blogged every week. And you'll probably come across a couple that quit, and they all quit for the same reason. They've heard the call of the hero's journey. They've been heralded for something greater in their life, and they just haven't stepped up. But of the people that finish the course, that stay with it, that answer the call to greatness, 93% of them claim week in and week out they feel happier every week, which means they're learning faster, they're more effective on their job, and they literally become contagious happiness machines, creating random acts of kindness on a regular basis and living in a state of gratitude, which they learn through their own experience that gratitude is a cause. It's not an effect when something good happens. You become the cause of gratitude. So this we're very, very proud of, because you won't find that in any other program in the world where they say 93% of the people are happier. And the other 7%, it's just not over yet. Everything works out in the end, and if it hasn't worked out, it's just not the end yet. Okay.
It wasn't meant to be. You can't make everybody happy.